Hi guys, welcome back to the series where I try to beat every single Batman Arkham game without getting touched. Today we have got Batman Arkham City. Now this is probably my second favourite game in the series. It's a lot of people's first. It's a great game, fantastic, great attempt. It's very different to Arkham Asylum, so I think you guys will enjoy this. Remember to like and subscribe. Jumping right in, we see Two-Face's goons trying to get into this safe. Now what safe is this? Who knows? All that matters, we can play as Catwoman in this game. Pretty cool. There's one thing though, yeah, as you see, there is a counter icon. Now, I didn't know that was a thing in this game, but I feel like it probably made it a lot easier. Anyways, we beat the people and we get into the safe and bang, gun to our head. Who is it? Well, I don't know, but he's got some mouldy ass fingers. And that is the start, well, tutorial of the game. Anyways, moving on, we currently have Bruce Wayne, aka me, because I'm him. Basically, Arkham City, bunch of bad people in this big area. Kind of looks like a Trump rally, to be honest, right now. It looks a bit fucked. Anyways, oh, yep, it's definitely America. I've just been police brutality. We then get brought face to face with the president of this shit city, Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog, who basically knows that we are Batman, which is not good. After he gets out of our face, we are then strapped to a chair in a detention area where basically we just wiggle free, which is kind of dumb. Without ending our playthrough as early as literally like 3 minutes, we've decided to then actually go back and counter the guy. And yeah, basically we are lumped in the middle of Arkham City, which is an absolute shit show ran by the US government and that fucking Eggman looking fuck. This guy then proceeds to say apparently we've never been in a fight, which I mean is ridiculous. Do you know who you're talking to, you specky little twat? We are then chucked to the lions, which there's some random little pedo watching us. Chucked to the lions, we get smacked, and then new character alert, this little fucking prick. He smacks us, well actually he doesn't, otherwise playlist over. Oh, what's that? First reset of the game. Oh, followed by the second. I don't know why, I was struggling. Either way, you break free, and then, yeah, pretty blessed. Either way, 2 resets, and we knock that cobblepot motherfucker out. Since we're on a 5 kill streak, we've then decided to call in the care package, which is luckily, well, you know, the Batman suit. Now, thankfully no one's up here watching us get changed, otherwise they'd basically know that I'm Batman, but, you know, it's whatever. Anyways, Arkham Asylum was nothing compared to this, the skeptical of this. It's much larger, everything is bigger, the combat is nicer. Now, as much as the combat's nicer, my brain is still stupid, so I still get a reset of some stupid shit, bro. Like, the combat, you can flow between enemies so much nicer, it is so much better. Anyways, this is the moldy guy who took a Catwoman. As you can see, boom, strung up over acid. Anyways, we take out the sniper at the top, and then right now, there is like 49 people in this room. Either way, half of them go out the room. This was like at the start of obviously, you know, my playthrough, so I'm moving a bit slow, so I have a lot of unnecessary resets. Either way, it's went okay. We've got rid of it. I then rage bait him because we can't progress here until he shoots you. After Two-Face shoots us, he basically gets his face absolutely scratched up by Catwoman. But then we basically just hang him where he once was hanging. Anyways, after some evident sexual tension between these two, someone is trying to, well, you know, shoot her in her head, which I'm not quite sure what she's done here, but, you know, I'm pretty sure you could probably guess who tried to shoot her. Either way, we follow the trajectory of the bullet. It leads up to the church. Now, why they're shooting in churches is unreal, but you know what? Yeah, it's the game, innit? Either way, that guy has a lovely haircut, I must say, and into the church we go. Where, yeah, every single time we meet Harley Quinn in the first 2 games, you just chuck her to the side. Like, I don't know, her character gets fucked. Anyway, the stealth in Arkham Asylum obviously annoyed me. Because it's a bit slow, you've not got double takedowns, you've not got a lot of things. However, if you get seen, you can just chuck a smoke bomb. And they're just not going to kill you because they just miss. As soon as you chuck a smoke bomb, it's like you're invincible. You can just grapple out and you'll be fine. It's lovely. Anyway, as you can see, there is a lot more upgrades than Arkham Asylum. A lot which are actually really, really good. You obviously start with the special combo takedown, which is great because that is so needed because when you're playing on hard, people just take more punches. In the top of the church, we find a automated sniper rifle which is hooked up to a television where we see our good old friend from the asylum, Joker. He basically blows up the top of the clock tower / church, whichever it is. It's a bit both, to be honest, I think. And we basically go pursue him, which, I mean, he doesn't really hide himself. He's in a place called Jokerland. You could probably guess where the Joker is going to be. Anyway, after a very cinematic shot and literally just sitting above lava, we then move through to the Jokerland where, as we can see, Okay, I don't want to talk about that one. We don't talk about that one. That doesn't count on the reset count because that was bullshit. I was so far away from it. We see one guy who literally has one arm. Yeah, not sure. Either way, a lot of people disperse the area, which is always helpful. These people, they love to throw things in this game, and it really kind of throws you off guard, and it's quite annoying. Anyway, we need to get up there. However, we find out that there is a doctor in the area because Joker is not feeling very well. Now, probably because of the heinous drugs he's done. Another use of the smoke bomb there, by the way. The drugs he's done, and also what happened at the asylum. He obviously needs a doctor because he is clapped as fuck. Anyway, we save the lesbian low-key looking doctor. Not that there's anything wrong with that course. We get a new gadget. We basically get a gun, but it doesn't shoot bullets. It shoots electricity to open up these doors. Basically, we slam a crane hook in, and boom, first quote-unquote boss. Probably, yeah, it's a boss. His name is Mr. Hammer. He's not really hard. That one was a bit bullshit, I can't lie. Like, I tried to listen to the game because it told me to do a remote electrical charge, and I just ended up bouncing over to him. Either way, we get up there after we defeat Mr. Hammer, and oh, Joker's dead. Oh no, he's not dead. Yeah, kind of got baited. We then get knocked out, and we are playing as Catwoman again. We kind of just go two back and forth with Catwoman and Batman. Either way, we need to basically get into Stranger's vault. So we go back to our house first. Climb through the window. Well, obviously like a cat. Does kind of make sense. Yeah, we basically need to go find Poison Ivy. Now, as anyone who watched the Arkham Asylum video would know, I've got a serious grudge against this woman. It's similar. You basically fight one floor of people, defeat it, go up another floor, and then defeat that, and then up onto the final floor. And just like in Asylum, she shoots things at you, which you have to dodge. But this time, it's while you're fighting. I can't lie, it wasn't hard. I actually thought it was going to be much harder than it was. After Catwoman gets tied up, we then go right back to playing as Batman. And as we can see, the Joker is indeed looking pretty clapped. And he's also injected something into us. Thankfully, not what you're thinking, it is his blood, which equally is a bit weird. But basically, he's poisoned. He's then poisoned us. After speaking to him on FaceTime, after he's kicked us out a literal window, we then find out that we need to go basically save Mr. Freeze because he's looking for a cure for the Joker, but obviously now we need that cure. Anyway, there are penguin people in here who have also took our good old friend Mr. Freeze, Mr. Snowman. They've basically locked us out. However, the gadget, it's no longer like matching lines up in frequencies though. It's basically just guessing passwords. Again, just like in Asylum, it's not hard. We basically find out that Penguin is held up over in the museum. So over to the museum we go. Now, unlike in Arkham Asylum, this time when people attack you with the blades, you don't have to stun them first. They just have knives. It's not very difficult. And also, I think after this, I unlocked a blade dodge takedown. As you can see, pressure plate like in Minecraft. We need to disable it. Oh, Jam is in the area. We can't use our little gadget. Bit rude. Onto this fight on the rooftop where we find our first of the 3 jammers. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, we also changed skin into the animated Batman skin because, you know, it just kind of looks cool. Yeah, I take 2 hits there. It took me a minute to pause. You know, I was kind of pissed, you know, rightfully so as well, especially on that one. Like, yeah, sometimes you get some silly resets on these games, and it's okay because we're gonna try complete the game in under 50. That was my goal. I'm gonna complete the game in under 50 resets. Let's see if we're gonna do it. We're not off to a great start. I mean, we're on like what 15 already, and a lot of them are stupid, and we've only fought one boss. Yeah, it's not good. Anyway, down into the underground, we find the last jammer. We basically create a train of silent takedowns, and a new addition, when you take someone in a silent takedown, you can knockout smash them. It's not quiet, so if you do it in a stealth room, they're all going to know where you are. Anyways, into the museum we go. Moving into the museum, we come across this guy with body armor. Now, body armor is not an issue in this game. It's actually how I used to play it back in the day. I just used to stun someone and try beat them and then counter and then beat them again. Basically just like a way to get a high combo. I used to think it was cool and the most efficient way. Either way, we find out that there are some police officers trapped in here with us. Now, as you can see, we are fighting Mr. Hammer's brother. Well, not right now anyways. We're instead just fighting a whole fuckload of people. Now, this situation in Arkham Asylum probably would have took me a lot of tries and a lot of time. However, the combat in this game is just so much nicer, and it is exciting to say that it's not even the best in the series. Like, Arkham Knights is actually like so clear, and like it's mental how good Arkham Knights is compared to this, and this is even so much better than Arkham Asylum's. Like, yeah, ridiculous. Anyways, talking of Arkham Asylum, look who's back. Venom people. However, they're actually not as like long or drawn out. Like you don't have to dodge them. You basically just triple stun and then you can just beat them up and then you climb on them. Now this again in Asylum would take me ages. However, luckily either I'm just a lot better now or this game's just a lot easier. But I didn't reset at all. It was pretty easy actually. Yeah, it was pretty blessed. This game, I thought it would take me longer to do. Overall, I think this took me less time overall than Arkham Asylum. Either way, we've dealt with the massive gladiator pit where we've basically just beat up like 100 guys. We're then onto the big open area where we basically have to be very, very careful and we're on thin ice. Do you get it? Anyway, we basically have to go around the room without making too much noise, just like in Killer Croc's lair, without, alerting that motherfucker. There's a few police officers which we need to save. We basically step on the rafts, which means we can just pull ourselves across the river with the back claw. Anyways, new thing, they basically have thermal imaging, which means they can see up at the gargoyles. Anyways, yeah, that was kind of stupid. I just sat there and let them all walk past me. But it's kind of funny. Again, whenever you kill someone, they're alerted and they all just run there. So it's just like a silent takedown train. Anyway, that cool feature is useless because I've now just got a thing where I'm invisible to their thermal. So yeah, but to be fair, it's just one of those things where I couldn't be arsed to deal with it. Like, I already can't be arsed to deal with stealth rooms. It's just annoying. So just, yeah, make it easier. Anyway, as you can see, we can't reach Penguin because he's got Freeze's gun. So we need to go find Freeze. And it's kind of funny how they've locked him in a quote unquote like mirage-y sort of area. Anyway, second boss of the game. I don't know his name. Mr. Hammer's Russian twin, basically. Yeah, do this first try. It's not hard. These ones are just, it wasn't too many side enemies, and yeah, we knock him out real quick. We go around the side and we free Mr. Freeze, and Batman being Batman, I need information, so I'm gonna torture you, and it's it's a bit extreme because he does need that to live, so I could have killed him, especially chucking it. Chucking it is a bit mad. Anyway, new gadget again. Listen, what am I doing? I don't know, but how do I not reach that? It's bullshit. It is. Yeah, we then literally just punched the shark into the water. I don't really know, but sometimes, you just have to say I'm Batman and it just makes sense. Anyway, with the new gadget, we basically disable guns. Now, this makes stealth piss easy, but also means we can go fuck up Penguin. He then blows the massive iceberg in the middle of the building, and we basically go down to his basement where, yeah, there's Solomon Grundy. So we're on to another boss, but I would probably class this as the first proper boss of the game. Arkham City have a lot of bosses who are very, very similar. For example, they're just big guys who you, like, dodge. Does that make sense? Like, you don't counter them. You just, like, run around and, like, dodge. Either way, it's a very simple boss fight. I'm an idiot, though. You basically quick spray explosive gel, which I've never used in any other game other than this, on these little reactors, which are basically giving him energy. You do that 3 times, he then goes down, you start punching him in the head. Then, phase 2. Just like Poison Ivy, though, if I die, you start in phase 2. That death is bullshit. This death is even more bullshit, though. As you can see, I just reset from that reset, and I'm, like, in the grab animation, like that one as well. And as you can see, there, I reset, and I reset with half health. And sometimes that does happen on this game. Like there, I've reset, and I've not got full HP. I'm not sure what's happened, because as we saw before I went into phase 2 originally, I had full HP. The game is a bit weird with its boss fights. It only happens with boss fights, and it only happens with the big boss fights. I don't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's a bit weird. Anyway, we go to finish Grundy off. Grundy basically catches us, and I was kind of going to reset here, but it doesn't change my HP, and also, I can't avoid this. So, sorry, but it's going to have to happen. Anyway, third phase Grundy, yet again, it's you just avoid his things, like his rings of lightning, and then blow up all the reactors, and then he's done. But he's actually done now, because, I mean, technically, this is Batman's first kill. Although the whole thing with Grundy is that he just never dies. Anyway, now we finally get to do what I was personally looking forward to, because this area isn't that annoying, but just like, he's annoying. And I like punching him in the face, let alone the fact that you get to do a fucking 20-odd combo on his head top, which is very extreme. Anyways, after doing what I always wanted to do to that little man's head, basically, Mr. Freeze, we're friends with him, and we basically need to get Ra's al Ghul's blood. Ra's al Ghul is a ninja. Talking to ninjas, the little woman who was trapped in a cage basically escapes, says, "You will never touch Ra's al Ghul." Little does he know that Batman in this game literally has slept with his daughter, so, I mean, come on now. Anyway, back to the evidence scanner from Arkham Asylum. We basically just follow the ninja's blood. Not hard. It's just, you know, bigger area, more things to follow. If you're wondering why there is a cat in the bottom left of the screen, basically I did like some of this on stream, and my OBS obviously kind of recorded both. So that right there is Teddy. We love Teddy. If you don't like Teddy, go fuck yourself. Yeah, Teddy's the boy. Basically on stream, whenever I'd talk, his mouth would open, sort of thing. Yeah, it's kind of stupid. But yeah, I kind of realised after I recorded all of the segments that you can just get a plug-in and remove them. Anyway, we get jumped by the ninja. We chase said ninja, and we catch up to her, and we place a little tracker on her back, as you can see. And then, after getting pinned down by said ninjas, Robin comes to save the day, and animated Robin, yet again, gives us the line launcher. We had this in Arkham Asylum, but we just got rid of it, probably because Batman knows it's just a shit gadget, and it is just shit. Anyway, after jumping in the massive sinkhole in the city following the tracker, which was on the ninja, of course, we then come across this fight. This fight was a bit annoying. I believe I had, like, maybe 2 or 3 resets. Pretty dumb. Just, like, stupid things like like the guys chucking things at you. This is the blade dodge takedown. Now it's kind of techie because it's risky, because if I do it and I don't do it, basically I kind of fuck it up and I get hit, but it's a risk that's worth it because playing on hard, they just tank punches. Anyways, moving on. We are currently, as you can see, losing health, which I'm not resetting for. Fuck yourself. And second of all, we are kind of moving like we've just come out of Weatherspoons at 3 AM, absolutely hammered on a couple of vodka cokes. Basically, you know, Joker's blood's kind of taking a toll on us. Either way, on to a stealth mission. Now, here, as you can see, there's basically one of them's got a jammer on their back. Kill the guy with a jammer, and your detective vision comes back. Not hard, especially now that I've got the disruptor where I can disable people's weapons. Like, stealth is such a breeze in this game. Not a single stealth area was struggled in the recording of this video. What was struggled though, ninjas. They attack quite fast, but they do have blades. Now that is good. However, they do it really like the flurry between their attacks is really quick, so I can easily mess up the dodge takedown. However, it's also good because every time they attack you, you kind of can just take them down. It took a bit of practicing, but, you know, what can I say? Animated Batman is kind of cold with it. Basically, to get in to Ra's al Ghul's place, we have to scan all of these little robots' heads. Not sure why. I'm a detective. Surely I can figure this stuff out. Let alone the fact that I've got detective vision, which shows me, like, entrances into doors. Kind of like Eagle Vision from fucking Assassin's Creed. Anyway, we basically just go around the area and scan their heads. Sometimes we'll get jumped by ninjas. Sometimes we won't. No resets here, which I was actually very pleasantly surprised about because I thought I'd just cock up at one point, but I just didn't. Either way, we do this, we scan all the heads that we need to scan, and then we basically just get CCTV footage of this. Now, let's not take the piss. Why did I need to do this? Who knows? But who's asked? It's done. It's done, didn't take any resets. We need a sword in this hole. Oh, it's kind of good timing, I can't lie. We also basically kill her here. Like, I've just put her neck smashed into a brick wall. She probably is dead. So I am kind of killing people in this game as well. After having a bit too many dodgy takeaways and chicken bites from spoons, which we definitely just all do know that it's just not chicken, is it? It's some dodgy shit, but it just does taste good. We are basically dying. We start seeing our parents in hallucinations and shit. So either we're incredibly drunk, intoxicated, or we're getting food poisoned. Coming from myself who has had food poisoning, I don't think he's got food poisoning because I think he'd be, you know, doing one thing from one end and the other from the other end at the same time. I'll just leave it as that. Anyways, we find ourselves at the front doors of Ninja HQ, and yeah, we kind of meet Ra's al Ghul's daughter, which is also a little thing we had before, and yeah, she kind of slaps us, but it's kind of peak, you know, because I'm pretty clapped. Well, not me, of course, but yeah, I mean. That's quite ugly. Anyways, ninjas basically want us to become their successor and their new leader. So we drink from, well, basically a Tango Ice Blast, of what it looks like. And we are basically on to boss number 2, maybe 4, depending on how you look at it. Either way, this first part of the boss is basically just a jumping puzzle. Basically, just don't touch anything and you'll live, and ride the massive blue icicle dildo at the end. So, not hard. Ride it and you're chilling. But yeah, these jumping puzzles, they're pretty simple. It's not hard, but in the meantime, make sure you subscribe to the Twitch and the Kick. I'm kind of going to try and multi-stream. I might multi-stream on YouTube as well, depending on how that goes. Also, depending on if my computer can actually handle that, because it might blow up, to be honest with you. I've been streaming a lot of Assassin's Creed. Yeah, majority of that, to be honest. But yeah, make sure to check it out. Yeah, it's quite a good little bit of fun, to be fair. We love it. Trying to reach our follower goal so we can become affiliate and all of that jazz. Anyways, after plunging into the big white hole, we've basically completed the jumping puzzle portion of this boss. Everyone is quite surprised that we've lived. Like, hello, I'm Batman. Do you not know who the fuck I am? Why are you surprised? Anyway, Ra's al Ghul. Now, as we can see at the start, he kind of is looking a bit decrepit and like a zombie, which does make sense because, you know, he kind of dies and then always, like, you know, lives again. As you can see, he has a little bath and he looks as good as new. Basically, you know, basically he's a homeless man who has a shower and a bath and he comes out looking good as new. Anyway, boss time, because he wants us to kill him and we're saying, nah, I just need some of your blood, bro. Anyways, he kind of starts to fight by, just slashing me in the face. Obviously, having played this game before, I remember that there's one part where he turns into basically a massive kaiju, and I thought that was just a boss. I'm evidently wrong, and he sometimes just slashes you, and you have to fight the sand/mud people. Basically, when there's one guy left, it's him, and you beat him up, and then he turns into the kaiju, where you basically just spam the electrical charges and dodge all of his attacks. Not hard. It's pretty simple, actually. Just, you then basically just mash the ever-living shit out of triangle until, weirdly, like, you catch the blade and then you kind of realise that you're kind of tripping out and you're just fighting in this room. But then, like, you're fighting all the mud people. So what are you doing? Are you just swinging it thin air sort of thing? Like, I don't know. Anyways, we literally parry this with aura. Like, I have no idea what you parry that with. But, yeah, you know, it looks cool. Won't complain. You basically just rinse and repeat. You do it again. Yeah, again, if you die, you go back to the last checkpoint you had. There's quite a few checkpoints in these fights. It's not hard. That one's done, by the way. I'm holding the blade dodge takedown, and he didn't do it. And then I got stuck in the animation of countering, and then he just slaps me. It's kind of bullshit, to be fair. Anyway, big kaiju, he gets a few extra moves. He can swing his big sword. That's not an innuendo. We then beat him after slamming the sword literally against his skull. He then takes his own daughter hostage, and then we get a little one-time use gadget thing where we basically can turn the remote control Batarang into I'm going to throw it behind someone's head and it's going to come back and knock him out sort of thing. Don't know. It's just a weird little niche gadget, but it kind of looks, you know, it does the job in it. Who's asked? We beat Ra's al Ghul. We get his blood. We threaten him and say, listen here, bitch. If you step back in that pool, you're dead. Anyway, on the way out, we basically come across more stealth. He somehow heard my grapple and then just shit on me, which, I mean, fair enough. Like, that is realistic, to be fair. Either way, last guy, turn his gun off and then just knock him out. Stealth in this game again, easy as piss. We kind of get to the point, though, where I'm running out of upgrades, like actual good ones to do, and I wanted to save my points. So you kind of have to deal with the level up on the screen. We then come across people with shields. Really easy. Like, again, they're kind of just building up to, like, this sort of room where there's just, like, a load of enemies and there's loads of different people with, like, stun buttons, knives, shields, body armor. They're kind of just setting up for that. However, obviously, you know, me being, like, kind of the best in the game, I just don't get hit this whole fight, and I just do it first try. I also thought that this was not a mandatory fight. I thought that you can skip through this. I think this was optional, but it actually isn't optional, so it's a good job that I did do it first time, because otherwise, for all I know, maybe I could have been sat here for ages, and on ages just failing and being shit. I'm curious about what you want me to do next, though. Like, if you could leave in the comments, like, what game you want me to do next, sort of thing. I mean, obviously, Arkham Knight is probably the one I'll do next. I think that will be the hardest, judging on you've got multiple, like, different enemies in every room. there is like big rooms with big enemies and like high number of enemies, and also the Batmobile. I think that is actually going to be the worst part of it, because I'm not sure on hard if you've got the lines where they're going to shoot, and that could get really, really risky and rough, I can't lie. Anyways, we come out of the hole and then we find Mr. Sharp from the asylum. Don't know if you remember. He's a dodgy guy. Kind of thought he was like Jeffrey Epstein, but instead he actually, in his secret room, he just had plans of Arkham City. So I guess that's good. He's not a paedophile, but he's still a weird guy. Anyway, we go back to the GCPD. Basically, we're going to go get Stranger's Cure. Well, we thought we were going to get Stranger's Cure because he kind of is a dickhead and just squishes it in front of our face. And I don't know whether he knows, but like at this point, Batman is dying. I'm pissed. I wouldn't piss me off. Anyway, Mr. Freeze fight, loads of people's favorite fight in the franchise. You basically just have to do each takedown in the game once, because he kind of learns. So for example, here you do the electrical charge, he will then freeze all the electrical charges in the room. So we did a ledge takedown, electrical charge, explosive gel takedown, if you'd call it that. We do a bog standard silent takedown, window roof takedown, and then I believe the last one that we did is a great and from a window on the other side, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that was a takedown. I've never done this to a single like normal person before. It was kind of weird actually. Oh yeah, and the last one, sorry, is actually the disruptor. The original reason why we got it, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but I was just like, yeah, do you know what, let's try it, why not? And anyway, we start tripping out midway through and we just start seeing Joker, but that doesn't stop us from punching, which I find quite funny. Either way, we get to the safe and, oh, they've took the cure. So, yet again, we're still just dying. We still ain't got the cure. It's just a bit shit. We've kind of just changed outfits mid-cutscene there, but Mr. Freeze basically is like, oh, go get my wife. Nah, but thanks for the cool gadget, I guess. A news reporter being a news reporter has decided to fly into Arkham City where people have guns, RPGs and everything to, what, get a glimpse of Batman? Grow up? Her helicopter gets shot down. She's then surrounded by snipers. We deal with the snipers and then, yeah, she kind of sits there. We save her. And in the middle of all this, she goes, oh, can I have an interview? What? No, you can't have a fucking interview. Are you good? Moving on, we need to get back into the steel mill. However, the big tube of chode of molten lava is basically overflowing, so we can't go that way. So we go this way instead. We basically just chuck the freeze gadget on the floor and we've got a little puddle and we can like pull ourselves on it. Don't know. Not that, like, you know, it's not weird like that, but you know what I mean. Anyways, yeah, I didn't take damage, but I kind of felt like, you know what? First of all, fuck you. Second of all, fuck you. And third of all, I can dodge. I can counter it. So yeah, we counter it, and then she sits there and thinks that it actually could have hurt me. Do you know who I am? I'm Batman. Anyways, moving on to the next room, we have another stealth room in the same room that we've done before. There's a lot of reused rooms here, to be fair, but I won't hate too much. The game at the time was like, you know, crazy. Anyway, as you can see, some people have mines on, which means you can't silent take down, which is actually really annoying. Because you can't disrupt the mines. I thought you could, but I never got the upgrade. So far knows. Anyway, we sit in a box and basically just go behind this guy. Anyways, we find Harley tied up. Please, people, keep your penises in your pants. We basically ungag her and gag her. Don't know, I just thought it'd be kind of funny to piss her off. Oh, what's that? Another boss fight? Alright. Come on then, Joker. We won't talk about how he's just basically gone from clap to healthy, but you know, no spoilers. Basically we beat Joker up and then he's like, ha, you thought it was just going to be me? Yeah, get fucked. We basically fight Mr. Hammer again. As you can see, he just drops in. It's not hard, just it got a bit annoying. For example, why are you chucking a thing at me as I went to go there? And yet again, oh look, I've just come out of a reset and he's hit me. Oh, and I've reset after that and oh, apparently I've been hit. I haven't been hit. It's bullshit. It's dumb. Anyway, they also then decide to chuck a Venom guy in. Yet again, if this was in Arkham Asylum, this would have took me 40 years. But hey, innovation and things going quicker. I'm here for it. Just so many stupid resets. Like, I'm not sure if this is going to be a thing on Arkham Knight, but like, I come out of the pause menu and I'm getting hit. What the fuck? It's dumb. Anyway, we beat it and he basically just drops the building on us. And we, first of all, live. Second of all, are like still actually like conscious, and then Talia basically goes, save him, and like, you can take me instead, basically. Yeah, she points to her boob and goes, oh, look, I've got a tracker. I mean, it could have been anywhere else, but I get what you mean. Anyways, we now are back with Catwoman. I know it's been a while, but honestly, playing as Catwoman is kind of fun. Again, in her animated outfit, which is kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. The grey's kind of a nice colour. I like it. We basically create a plan with Ivy. Oh, what's that? You want a plant that's in Stranger's Vault? Okay, I want money that's in the vault. Let's team up, which is nice because I'm not actually fighting her. Anyway, we get into the vault and we basically have to get the security card keys off the back of these geysers. So we basically just crawl up behind them and pickpocket them. Probably like thief style. Not hard, and you can climb on the ceiling. And I'm not very hidden. You could just look up, and I don't know. You know what? These games shouldn't make sense because, like, look at what we're playing. Either way, stealth room, it's simple. You just climb on the ceiling, go above them, and press triangle, and they just you suffocate them with your feet. Which I'm sure a lot of people would love, but me personally, yeah, no, I'll pass on that, thanks. Anyways, we get into the vault after clearing the room. We find Ivy's plant, which we then decide to smash, which at the time, I couldn't remember if you fought Ivy in this game, and I was going to get pissed off if me doing that has just made me fight her, because I would have stopped. I just would have sacked it. We then get, jumped, but again, playing as Catwoman, you kind of move quicker, and the combat is just really smooth with Catwoman. Anyway, we're at a choice. Now, I could end the game here. Basically, I can go that way and leave and end the game, because Batman, I think, dies? I don't know. Or I can go that way and save Batman. Now, as much as I'd love to be like, oh, look, I've done it. I've done it, guys. The game's done. I thought, okay, I probably should go and save Batman. So, yeah, we do that. We come out of the sewer, and then basically black screen, bang, we're helping Batman. Just Catwoman proving that, I'm a real one, Your Italian Ra's al Ghul's daughter might have sort of saved you, but hold that. Anyway, we then basically have to do a annoying part of the game. Not for annoying of the reason I'm going to reset, though. I mean, I did reset there, which was kind of dumb of me, because I moved too far out. Basically, there are, loads of helicopters in the sky, and you basically just have to fly up to them, scan them, and hope that you get the right one. So it's just a constant. You basically just have to keep trying them. After doing the literal longest grapple, look how far I've grappled. We eventually get the right helicopter, which means we've then got the Tiger keycard codes, so we can basically hack the code things going into the final area-ish of the game. We can basically go into Stranger's Tower. Now, obviously, we all know this area where we started, where we were actually, not Batman, hiding ourselves. As you saw, stun buttons, really easy again. Just another variation of enemies. Strangers then talking to us, and as you can see, the people are just piling in. They evidently just want to try jump us. Bit rude, to be honest. I then thought, you'd think that the worst thing, if you're playing, by the way, that's dumb. The worst thing, if you're in a fight, would be a guy with a gun. But they just don't shoot. They take literally 16 minutes to shoot. And I guess that's good, but still. Anyway, I did get lost for about 10 minutes. I didn't realise there was a manhole cover there. And yet again, another reused stealth room. But again, not too bothered, because you get a really nice little area here. You basically go up the massive central elevator, and you have to have a little boogie in the elevator. After an elevator boogie, we then basically find out that we were going to get jumped out of the elevator, but, you can't jump me. I'm the jumper. I jump you instead. We then climb the massive tower with a little jumping puzzle, which, to be fair, did actually take me, I'd probably say about 5-10 minutes just to figure out which way to go at the start. But we then get into I would say, the hardest stealth room in the game, purely because there is, a few gargoyles outside. As you can see, they're outside the room, so they're not actually inside the room. There's only a few ways to get in the room, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is, as you can see, they shoot them out, and it kind of can limit you on where you need to go. It's kind of annoying. Either way, we do it. We break through, and oh look, it's Mr. Eggman. Finally, we're going to come face to face with this guy, because he thinks he's very, very, very safe behind that door. Little does he know that I am Master Hacker Lizard Squad man myself, and I just break through and, yeah, send him across the table, which is kind of jokes, to be fair. Either way, Mr. Eggman's dead, and he's also not even the big bad. Technically, there are 3 big bads, but this guy, basically, Ra's al Ghul, has set up everything behind the scenes, been like, yeah, what's that, Strange? You're going to do what I say, bitch. He then basically bombs his own tower, which is a bit peak because, you know, there was a lot of effort into that tower. Either way, we try save Ra's al Ghul when he just decides to try kill us both at the same time, which is a bit fucking rude, to be honest. But yeah, again, he dies, but he doesn't really die because he never dies. Then we find out that they're at the theatre, Joker and my ex-girlfriend, but they're also surrounded by a lot of snipers. Now, that's a lot of lasers. It kind of looks like MASH Club in Cambridge. Wouldn't recommend. It's a piece of shit. Anyway, we destroy all the snipers and then get in, and we're gonna finally get the answer to what is going on. Anyways, Talia could have done that ages ago, surely, because let's not take the piss. Joker's not some massive guy. But either way, she kills Joker. We're having flashbacks. Hang on. There's something's going wrong here. There's always been like two Jokers. Like, what do you mean he looks ugly and then he's clean? Well, that's because basically plot twist. Oh, Talia's been shot. She's not dead though. But there's another Joker. It was Clayface. Now, Clayface is a very cool villain. A guy who's actually got his own movie coming out really soon. Not a very hard boss though. Yeah, again, it's just another big boss where you just avoid his moves, as you can see. Like, it's not really hard, and you just chuck the ice things at him. And you basically just lure him into the corners, kind of what you do with Bane, where you lure him into, like, certain areas, and he'll take more damage. And then you basically just go and get the sword that's stuck into him still from Talia, and then slice him up. However, obviously, nothing is this easy. This is only Clayface's first phase. Now, I believe he has a total of 3. So, anyway, this one is pretty much just a rinse and repeat. However, he's got a new move, this little move. Now, at first, I didn't really know how the fuck to dodge it. I did kind of think that you just like double tap X and just go through it, and that is basically what you got to do. That's another move which kind of threw me off guard. As you can see, I mean, I didn't time it right there, but I am a bit stupid, to be fair, so it does kind of make sense for that. Anyways, you basically just grab the sword after doing the exact same thing again, because you can just reuse the corners, and once the corners, like, they do like 3/4 of his HP. Like, yeah, it's not hard. You chop him up to pieces. Joker blows up the room that we're on, which we somehow didn't see these explosives before. We don't die though, which is a positive, I guess. Maybe game would be over if it was now, and I'd make the under 50 deaths. Either way, the sword nearly lands on our face. Basically, as you can see, top right, he's got an orange HP bar, which is these little goons that we're fighting. You basically chop him down until, you know, you do it enough times, then he'll come up and spit at you. Now, you are meant to dodge, but I'm a bit stupid. So what I did instead was not dodge and then learn I've got to dodge. And then you basically just chuck a freeze blast in his mouth after he misses, well, or hits you in my case, because I'm stupid and don't learn. Yeah, basically, as you can see, I wanted to do a little bit of testing. I was like, wait, is he going to fire a second time? And he does fire a second time, so I learned that. Anyway, sorry, did you see that, guys? 49 resets. Oh, yep, that's right. I actually did manage to complete my goal. Now, you know what they say, never meet your heroes, but, you know, as Matthew McConaughey would say, I am my own hero, and I've met myself, and I'm pretty fucking cool. I can do it in under 50 attempts. We drink the cure. Joker's like, oh, hold up, you fat bastard. Give me some cure. He then proceeds to chuck Clayface in the Lazarus pit, which is, you know what? Is he alive? I don't know how that works. Joker then jumps us, stabs us, but he's kind of an idiot because he forces us to drop the cure, and he's kind of like just looking at it like a dog. And yeah, in Joker fashion way, Joker dies with a smile on his face. No Bruno Mars song. And that concludes the end of this Batman Arkham City video. Now, as you can see, we did it in under 50 hits because I'm just cool and sick, and I don't lose. These games, I don't lose, and I'll call it now Arkham Knight. I'm doing it in under, I'll try do Arkham Knight in under 35. I'm gonna regret that number, but hey ho, fuck it. Here we go, we'll give it our best go. Anyway, hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully will not be too long from now.